Welcome back to Crime Time Podcast, and today we got a story, a real life story that is just so cold and callous. Like, you hear so much stuff in the true crime world, but some stories just really hit you in just a different way. Like, they truly hit different, as no one should go out taking lives or anything like that, but when you hear different circumstances, you feel different ways with the different circumstances and the different stories and stuff, So getting right into this one, man, as I said, you're about to hear one of the most cold-blooded stories ever, shocking stories ever. And dude was hit with an automatic life sentence as he was convicted in Texas of killing his girlfriend pregnant with two twin sons. For a lot of men, it's great being a father, regardless. Everyone comment, man, women, men, everyone out there. Just what an amazing moment it is when you have a child and there's a child on the way. I often share with people, as I was present when both my children were born, it's truly a magical moment witnessing birth. And there's just this aura, this great energy, this feeling of like life makes sense and you're happy. And I could have died the next day and it would have been okay. Just, I was never more happy in my life, comment if y'all out there have felt that feeling after birth, being there with your wife, your girlfriend, your baby mama, whatever, giving birth, being in that room, watching it happen. Like, it truly, even after, you're like, wow, how did that happen? Like, that is a miracle of life. It's pure magic. It's one of the happiest moments in life. And it's always great to have a child on the way. But a lot of men, like, let's be honest, there's nothing wrong with it. A lot of men want to have sons. And this guy, Maurice Kelso Smith, he had two sons on the way, twin baby boys ready to be born by his girlfriend, Darionne Burley. You see the pictures of her, beautiful woman, pregnant, glowing with life. And this is so crazy. In May 2020, they have what prosecutors say police uncovered by everyone who they spoke to as a joyous gender reveal party. Like, everything was great. Everyone seemed happy and life was beautiful. A month later in June, so again, May's the joyous gender reveal party. At the end of June 29th, he purchased an illegal weapon off the streets. And the very next day, after they went to a Waffle House, within an hour of leaving, he killed her by shooting her in the back of the head. Couldn't look at her, couldn't face her, I guess, I don't know, but shot her in the back of the head, killing her and both of those baby boys that were in the womb immediately, both deceased. But the cold, callous crime spree didn't stop there. Didn't stop after he had taken 3 lives, his pregnant girlfriend and his 2 unborn sons, who, as you can see, I don't have the exact pregnancy progression, but she was pretty big. I mean, granted, they were twins, so I guess maybe as far as like size-wise go for pregnancy, is that half? I don't know the math, but regardless, he killed his 2 unborn sons and his girlfriend. Then he drove off, right? Ditches the car that they're in, drives 40 minutes from Fort Worth, Texas to Mansfield, Texas with his deceased girlfriend in the car. Killed her, drove off in that vehicle and drove 40 minutes with her. That's absolutely crazy. And it's so nuts. I don't know why. I was remembering, the way the memory works, my mind is kind of crazy. Like, certain things, I might see something, hear something, it could remind me of a million different things, a memory in life, a movie I saw. This actually reminded me of the lyrics to a song that Eminem was on, where he spoke about killing Kim, his wife, which he's done a couple times in music. Like, feel about that how you will. I was just pointing that out, that popped up in my head, where there was a song where he was talking about driving through 7 hours to California with her in the car and put sunglasses on her, having her waving at people. It's crazy. Like, again, feel how you want to feel about that, but that is fantasy. It's music. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I'm just saying, like, this guy did a sick, twisted story or fantasy, that something in the likes of a song or a movie. He did this in real life to his pregnant girlfriend. And then when he got there, he ditched the car and robbed another person, or not another person, harmed another woman by robbing a woman of her car to get away, and then drove home. And the police ended up finding the bloody massacre of his deceased girlfriend, pregnant with his two baby boys, twin boys. They were able to find the shell casing, trace it to his gun, and it was like, that's what's so crazy about some of these cases. It's sick, it's twisted, it should never happen. These people are evil for doing this stuff, but sometimes when you look at their plan on top of it all, you're like, what's wrong with you? Like, you're a sick fuck for doing what you did, but like, were you even trying to get away with it? Like, it truly makes no sense, and it's just so disturbing. Now, when police caught him, the madness doesn't stop there. He didn't crack and confess. He didn't, oh, I'm so sorry, or show remorse or anything like that. Granted, if someone did, I don't know. I'd question if the remorse was even real, because at this point they proved they have no emotions. But this guy took it a step even further and pretended that he overdosed, and he was all effed up and couldn't remember anything because he was overdosed. And they took him to the hospital, ended up admitting him, and he was cuffed up to a hospital bed that he tried to pick the lock but was unsuccessful. And here we are in 2024. So 3 going on 4 years later, convicted of this crime of killing the mother of his unborn sons. It's just absolutely bonkers. Like I said, they found his bloody clothes and the shells and matched that to the weapon. So they had him dead to rights. And again, he was convicted. He's already been sentenced. It's an automatic life sentence in Texas. No possibility of parole or anything like that. Now, what's wild, like we said, the prosecutor said, they had a Joyous gender reveal party a month before. And it's just so shocking to hear all this. But family and friends of Darionne Burley, the pregnant girlfriend who, is deceased, murdered, her life snuffed out for just no reason, they actually expressed that there was a lot of concerns and they were very worried. So anyone out there, you're worried about a loved one, whether it's a female, a male, you think they're being abused or something like that, try to do something, because they had concerns. And I'm sure, I don't know exactly if they did reach out for help or anything like that, because sometimes you can reach out for help and, it does no good or nothing happens, or the person will push help away. But it doesn't specify if they actually reach out and try to get help. But, it was uncovered that right around this time when the gender reveal party happened, Maurice Kelso Smith, the man that committed these horrific crimes, had got really strung out on drugs and just declined as a person, was all drugged out, started becoming abusive to his girlfriend, and, went on to take her life, as we were talking about. So for real, don't hold back when you got concerns, literally. I always say, I know sometimes things can sound cliche to people, but you never know. Thing could happen at any moment. When you got real reason to be concerned, concern is concern. So don't take it lightly. But, like I said, just a horrific story, so everyone watch over our loved ones. If something ain't right with someone, do something about it. You know what I mean? Like we said, this guy, what a lucky man he was. A beautiful girlfriend, 2 sons on the way. As I stated, fathers, we love being fathers, daughters, sons, whatever. But I'm just saying, a lot of men want to have a son, their mini-me, a junior, teach them how to play sports, teach them to do whatever, follow in your footsteps, or to find their own way in life or whatever. To a lot of people, this is like the ultimate dream that this guy had. And he wanted to kill her. It's so sad. It's so just terrifying to hear, man. So thank you for watching Crime Time Podcast. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know if you agree. Some of these crimes, when you hear them all, taking lives is taking lives, but sometimes it just hits different on just such a cold, careless level. Subscribe and stay tuned for more true crime content. I'm out of here.